sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 16. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when you see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Lance. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lance. Flush to his right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Mostert off the read option. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. 7-7, our score after 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray now. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11 now. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Sermon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. So he was holding from that left tackle position. Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth. Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt. Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful. From the gun, Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
First down, Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. To throw is Murray. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kareem Hunt from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to...
Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. They'll run with Hunt. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Trying to regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Murray. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Andy Isabella from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing now is Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Gold is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the line.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple. Tag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run right side with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 14-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Hunt. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lance now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move to his left. And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. It's complete to Hopkins.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Hunt finding some room at midfield. And some room to roam now. And down to the 29-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. 27 yards. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Dances by him. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 70 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.